Catanduanes, Philippines, November 9th, 2025. The Philippines evacuated more than 100,000 residents in its eastern and northern regions as Fung-wong intensified into a super typhoon on Sunday ahead of its arrival, threatening to unleash heavy rains, damaging winds, and storm surges. Storm warning signals have been raised across much of the Philippines, with signal number 5, the highest warning, raised in southeastern Luzon, including Catanduanes and the coastal areas of Camarines, Norte and Camarines Sur, while Metro Manila and surrounding areas are under signal number 3. With sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour, 115 miles per hour, and gusts of up to 230 kilometers per hour, Super Typhoon Fung-wong, known locally as Uwan, is expected to make landfall in Aurora Province in central Luzon as early as Sunday night. Some parts of eastern Visayas are already experiencing power outages. Images shared by the Philippine Coast Guard in Camarines Sur show evacuees carrying bags and personal belongings as they transfer from long, narrow passenger boats to waiting trucks during preliminary evacuation operations. More than 300 domestic and international flights have been cancelled, according to the civil aviation regulator. A video shared by ABS-CBN News on X shows stormy conditions in Catanduanes Province, with overcast skies, tree branches swaying violently in the wind, and heavy rain clearly visible and pounding the area, its intensity audible. Fung-wong approached the Philippines days after the country was hit by Typhoon Kalmiji, which killed 204 people and left a trail of destruction before hitting Vietnam, where the storm claimed 5 more lives and devastated coastal communities. In the fishing village of Vung Chio in central Vietnam, fishing boats were seen piled up in wreckage along the main road on Saturday, where hundreds of lobster farms were swept away or damaged. Meanwhile, the Philippine Weather Bureau warned of life-threatening storm surges of up to 5 meters and damaging gusty winds as Typhoon Fung-wong moved toward the country's east coast, forecasting it to intensify into a super typhoon before making landfall Sunday night. The typhoon's large circulation, spanning 1,500 kilometers, 932 miles, has battered the eastern Philippines with heavy rains and strong winds, Pagasa forecaster Benison Estorija said in a briefing. Rainfall of up to 200 millimeters is expected in eastern Philippine provinces, particularly in the Baikal region, as well as parts of Samar, increasing the risk of widespread flooding and landslides, while northern and central Luzon could experience 100 to 200 millimeters of rain during the storm's passage. Pagasa urged residents in low-lying and coastal areas to evacuate to higher ground and halt all maritime activities, warning of a damaging storm surge that could inundate coastal communities, and warned of strong winds. Several local governments suspended classes on Monday, and the Philippine National Airline canceled some flights ahead of Typhoon Fung-wong's expected landfall. The warning comes days after Typhoon Kalmiji left a trail of destruction across the region, devastating coastal communities, uprooting trees, and damaging roofs and windows. Vietnam's disaster management agency reported damage to nearly 2,800 homes and said about 500,000 people remained without power. In the Philippines, flash floods destroyed homes and filled streets with debris. Vietnam and the Philippines are highly vulnerable to tropical storms and typhoons due to their location along the Pacific Typhoon Belt, which regularly experiences damage and loss of life during peak storm season. In Thailand, Kalmiji's prolonged impact caused heavy rains and localized flooding in parts of the northeast and central regions. Scientists have warned that storms like Kalmiji are becoming more powerful as global temperatures rise. Additionally, the Central Weather Agency, CWA, said yesterday it expects to issue a sea warning for Typhoon Fung-wong tomorrow, which it said is likely to make landfall near central Taiwan. As of 2 a.m. yesterday, Fung-wong was about 1,760 kilometers southeast of Luan, Taiwan's southernmost point, moving west-northwest at 26 kilometers per hour. The storm is expected to reach Luzon in the northern Philippines tomorrow, the CWA said. After entering the South China Sea, Typhoon Fung-wong will likely turn north toward Taiwan, CWA forecaster Chong Chunyao said, adding that the typhoon is likely to make landfall near central Taiwan. The CWA hopes to issue a land warning on Tuesday, but it is not yet certain when, he said. Fung-wong's path is subject to change, and the CWA is closely monitoring it, he added. After entering the South China Sea, Typhoon Fung-wong will likely turn north toward Taiwan, said CWA forecaster Chong Chunyao, adding that the typhoon will likely make landfall near central Taiwan. The CWA hopes to issue a land warning on Tuesday, but it is not yet certain when, he said. Fung-wong's path could change, and the CWA is closely monitoring it, he added.
Alas 8:08
Furthermore, local forecasters said storm surges exceeding 3 meters are possible in some coastal areas in the Baikal region and other cities in Luzon. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, PAGASA, said Sunday morning. PAGASA, in its 6th storm surge update, said the provinces of Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, and Sorsogon in the Baikal region, along with Aurora, Cagayan, Isabela, La Union, Pangasinan, and Quezon, are under a red storm surge warning.
Bako yan.